Good morning. In this video, I'm going to teach you the very first step you need to take to transition into self-employment. With everything that's going on, more and more people are going to start thinking about how they can earn money from home, how they can possibly freelance and pick up some gigs. And what is that very first step? Maybe you've decided that, hey, I want to pursue this. I want to figure out how to work from home. I want to figure out how to be self-employed. I want to figure out how to run my own service-based business out of my home. And where do you start? So the very first thing you need to do is to figure out what skills and talents you have that you can convert into a service. Just start listing them out. Open up a Word document or take out your phone and start making a list of all the technical or creative or leadership skills that you have. Whether that's IT, computer-based, web programming, if it's creative, photography, videography, web design, graphic design, music writing, creative writing, technical writing, any other technical job related to computers, or organizational jobs related to project management or being able to manage a team or being able to organize tasks, whatever you've excelled at in your previous job or in your current job. Start listing out all those individual skills and talents. This isn't a resume, this is a skill map. This is a talent list that you're going to be able to go off of to figure out what are you going to offer as a service. Because you might already know what you want to offer as a service. It might already be obvious to you, but it might not be. Because a lot of people don't realize just how many different jobs you can do as a freelancer. More and more companies are hiring out contractors for a ton of different work that they never used to before, even project management, even leadership positions. The majority of the work has to do with technical or creative jobs, especially specialists. But everything related to marketing, companies are outsourcing all of that to freelancers. And that's the world I'm in. I do video marketing as a consultant, as a strategist, being self-employed. And so in this step, you want to be able to figure out how to go through your list and then start narrowing and clumping things together that are related. Because you can't offer web programming and at the same time offer videography and at the same time offer writing. They have to be related. You can offer a package that includes a few different services, but they need to be all related, or your prospects are going to have a hard time seeing you as a specialist or as an expert in a particular area. You don't want to just try to be a jack of all trades when it comes to being self-employed, or you're going to have a harder time getting hired. So start clumping your list of skills and talents together into different groups. And then go through that and just highlight the groups that stand out to you the most, you think you'd enjoy the most, and also that line up with where you have the most experience. Because if you want to get this going faster, I would start by offering services related to skills where you have certain results you've already achieved, where you have a bit of a portfolio already built up, maybe from previous jobs or your current job. And you can use that as leverage to get clients faster. Because if you try going after something that maybe you started to dabble in, but you don't really have much experience in, it's just going to take a lot longer to get going because you don't have the results, the experience, the history to back it up. You don't have to have self-employment history. You don't even have to have a history of being paid to do a certain thing. You could have just been doing writing projects for people for free, but you still have a portfolio. You still have results and experience that you can leverage. So even if you have a specific, especially during uncertain times, if you have a specific skill set that you would love to pursue as your career, but you don't have any experience in that area, I would start out by capitalizing on the area that you have experience in first, that you have enough of an interest in. If you have zero interest whatsoever in that thing, and for some reason you've been getting jobs doing things that you just hate, then don't bother with that, because you're going to struggle to get that going because you hate what you're doing. Nobody's going to hire somebody that hates what they're doing. So you have to have enough of an interest in that specific area and you have to, and then you want to have the experience as well. But don't try to go after things you don't have the experience in. So then go ahead and take that area of skills, of talents that are related, and then now that's what you use to develop your first package. And you start thinking about what you're going to offer as a package. And in later videos, I can get into more details on how to structure different types of packages, and whether you're charging hourly or flat rate. That'll be another video. But in this step, you just want to narrow down what are you offering as a service. For me, it's video marketing services for online education businesses, and I help to run their YouTube channels, I help to launch YouTube channels, and I help to develop video projects that are going to grow their business. That's my niche. That's my grouping of services that I offer. So what's yours? You want to go ahead and figure that out. If you're still struggling to kind of think of what you could do as a freelancer, what you could do from home to earn money, in this post or in the description below, I'm going to have a link to a blog post I wrote on 150 jobs that you can work from home as a freelancer to just get the juices flowing. Because you might be, as you're creating your list, you might be limiting yourself because you're not sure just how many jobs there are out there that you could do as a freelancer. But I'm telling you, it's a ton. It's almost, most jobs that you can think of, there's some kind of a contract position for it. And especially startup companies and small businesses are hiring more contractors than ever before because it's a lot cheaper, because they don't have to pay them as an employee. They don't have to pay them full time. They don't have to give them benefits or any of that. They don't have to pay half their taxes. So those are a few ways that you can start the very first step to just figure out what is your service. How are you going to package that service into something that you could offer businesses or individuals in exchange for money so that you can get your self-employment going. And then the last part of that step is you have to figure out who this service is for. So once you know what you want to do, who is the service for? Is it businesses? If so, what type of businesses? Large businesses, corporations, small businesses? I can tell you, if you're just getting started, you're most likely going to have a lot more small business clients just because they're okay with you having less experience. Is it individuals? What type of individuals? What are their demographics? What are their behaviors? What problem are you solving for who with your service? And that's something you want to be writing out and getting very clear about in the very first step to get your self-employment career going. So I hope that was helpful to you, and certainly tune in for more videos as I continue to release everything I know on how to find success as a solopreneur. It's what I've been doing for 5 years, and I'm excited to share with you everything I know on how to leverage your talent, your many, many talents and skills, and flip them into services that you can offer. So especially with uncertain economic times, you can always find ways of producing income and supporting your family.